Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he thanks us for coming.
All right, we're back. I'm just going to get right into this fucking thing because... All right, let me tell you guys fucking where I'm at right now in my fucking life. So I got my basement done, like, what was that? Year and a half ago or something like that. Me and Maggie had a queen bed. I have a fucking Boston Terrier named Seamus, who's a fucking loser. One of the worst dogs that's ever lived. So a queen bed, the dog started doing this thing where he gets out of the covers. He also sleeps in the fucking bed. He gets out of the covers, he gets back under the covers, right? And he fucking paused to get back under. After the fucking 15th time that year that I woke up at 3 a.m, couldn't go back to bed, I'm like, I can't sleep in this situation. I can't wake up at 3, be stressed out that I hate the dog, and then have nothing at work. I can't do it. I have to fucking make money for my family. So generally during the week, especially if I'm getting up for the gym or something, I would sleep on the couch in the basement. She started loving it because I'm not in there fucking snoring. By the way, for the people at home who are like, well, you're not really close with your wife if that's what's happening. You got a fucking dog sleeping in between you. You aren't getting fucking laid anyways, all right? I got to make a fucking appointment setting to get laid in my fucking life. So, fast forward. This Christmas, I say to her, hey, listen, here's the deal. Buy a king bed, all right? King bed will solve this problem because I want to get back in this fucking bed. I can't sleep on this fucking couch anymore. I want to fucking basically hole into this fucking thing. Buys the king bed. The last 2 nights I've been up. Now this dog fucking snores like it's his fucking job. 3:30 in the morning. Now, because I'm old, because I'm hydrating.
He understands human fucking language.
He fucking knows. He's fucking snoring, and I can't go. So now I'm up. So this morning I'm up. 3 o'clock. Get up. So fucking frustrated. Go down to the fucking couch. Can't fall asleep because I'm so frustrated, right? I got golf at 7 in the morning. The simulator with Kevin Maher. Finally at 4, I just get on the treadmill. I'm fucking watching some guy build cabins, right? Out in fucking Wisconsin. And I'm just walking on this fucking treadmill, right? 100%, right? So I'm just fucking walking on this cabin. Go play golf with Kevin Maher. Great. Didn't go back to sleep. Had lunch out at the common room, which is Maggie's cousin's place for her birthday. Great time. Left my card there because I'm too fucking tired to remember to take my card out of the fucking thing. They're only open from 5 to 10 p.m. during the week. So I got to travel to Needham tomorrow night. I have no access to currency because of how fucking tired I am. Plus, I haven't drank in 3, 4 fucking days. So whenever the fuck we went to fucking Hooters. Because I'm trying to be fucking healthy. I'm on 1,400 fucking calories of fucking food. I was on TikTok. I bought this fucking thing. This is high protein brownie. People are selling these to you. This stuff fucking sucks. I have the worst. I don't even have fucking hand-eye coordination. I got nothing. I have fucking nothing left right now. Right? Those things fucking stink. I'm on my last fucking nerve, like right now.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I don't know if fucking Panuzzo's like the health Nosferatu. He can fucking not sleep and like whatever he does, how he's a fucking health vampire. I need fucking sleep, all right? I'm the part of the fucking world that needs sleep. I need alcohol. I need some fucking stuff in my life, all right? I'm on 1,400 steps or 14,000 steps. Can't even fucking count right now. That's where the fuck I am right now, all right?
You're on one.
This is brought to you by the Success Lift.
That was a fucking rant.
Listen,
how much nicotine?
I'm on so much Zyn.
Way too much nicotine.
You can't even imagine how much fucking Zyn I'm on. I'm on Zyn, fucking, like, Zyn, A&W Zero Sugar Root Beer.
Yeah.
I'm so, like, mad, like, right now. Like, I'm in that mood, you know what I mean? Where, like, everything fucking pisses you off. And then I'm on TikTok, scrolling TikTok, trying to go back to sleep, which is a great remedy for that. And I see these people like, if you haven't drank since New Year's, you drank January, and you can't sleep, it's because you're detoxing. So I'm like, oh, I guess I'm a fucking full-blown alcoholic. That's good to know, too. But then I'm like, they don't count the fact that I have a dog. So I got, like, one option. That's to kill this dog. Like, that's the only way I could get back to, like, fucking a real sense of life.
I got 2 takeaways from that story, right? One, while you were down in the basement, your annoying dog leveled the fuck up. He was like, oh, yeah? You think pawing at the fucking covers was bad?
He did.
Wait till you hear me snore.
No shit.
So
in a bigger bed.
Yeah, and he leveled up. So he's like a Pokemon where you just unlock the second level of the Pokemon.
You can't let this dog win.
Dude, this dog.
No shit, dude.
You're going to
Get
have
rid
to
of it.
kill him, though.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fine. The doctors do that. It's like $50 to put him down.
I don't know. You don't like those brownies,
or
right?
just use fire.
Brownies and chocolate are terrible for dogs.
Yeah.
By the way, thought that one time he ate Tommy's entire Reese's peanut butter football.
You
Like
just said
this,
thank you?
just
Yeah.
like he's like a Mexican street dog. He can eat anything. He's fine.
Yeah, dude, he's like the third iteration of Squirtle
Dude,
right now.
do you know how many times I've looked up on the internet how long do Boston Terriers live, praying that it'll change?
Yeah, way
it's
too
always
long.
12 to 15 years.
They're
He's
always like
10.
way too long.
I got so much more time. Some people are like, I got a 20-year-old one.
Close.
Great.
Oh, geez.
Awesome.
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
awesome.
second takeaway.
Yeah.
That ride down to fucking wherever that place is going to be terrible to get your card. I would just cancel that card.
I just canceled the card, dude.
Send a new one.
And I just set everything up again.
I would
Yeah.
just send a new one.
There's
I'd be like,
nothing-
send a new one.
Yeah.
You're not going to drive to the South Shore during rush hour traffic. They're open 5 to 10.
Also,
When you
Greta
gonna
was
go
not
down?
working, by the way. So there's
So
another-
you got, I don't know, man. You gotta, they can't just pay for like the overnight shipping. Have someone grab it down
I
in
already got
Needham.
it handled. Maggie's mother lives in Needham. She's
Oh,
gonna pick it
there
up
you
for
go.
me, and Maggie's
All right.
gonna pick it up. So I'm just being a little bit of a bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, driving down there would suck.
It's
Right.
not even. It's not like South Shore is one thing, but that's like Western South.
That's
right?
like Metro West.
Yeah,
I think is
that's
what you call
fucking
it.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible. Also found out my brother-in-law puts fucking mustard on his French fries.
You know
Nate?
something?
No, Bobby.
Oh,
You know what I found out yesterday? Speaking of fucking condiments on weird shit,
What?
Jay Hurley, who's going to be my gym partner starting tomorrow. By the way,
Yes, let's fucking go.
all right, let's talk about something cool. He had the bet. Well, I started it and he finished it. I go, we're gonna walk in there. We're gonna look like the number 10. He goes, in a few months, we're gonna look like some 10s. Fucking great line. Jay Hurley told me yesterday. He goes, and I'm the ketchup king. And I go, what do you mean? And he goes, you name it. I put ketchup on it. So I started naming shit. And I'm like, so like mozzarella sticks? He goes, what's marinara sauce? I put ketchup on that. Dude, like, he's like, yeah, french fries, obviously, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. Fucking,
Mashed potatoes.
Dude, he
Mashed potatoes?
he's like, I love ketchup.
Dude, my brother-in-law Bobby, by the way, this is what I wanted to fucking do with that thing. God, that felt good, by the way. If you're not watching on YouTube, the first one, you're going to be like, this kid's got no hand-eye coordination. Bobby puts it, my brother-in-law Bobby, he puts it on egg noodles.
That's
really?
I
Egg
mean,
noodles and ketchup.
like on purpose.
Fuck,
Dude, this is how white trash his palate
No,
is.
but
By the
like
way, he
that-
listens.
I know, but that's
on purpose.
That's a Goodfellas reference.
And a band of brothers.
And Band of Brothers.
So I go to order his food. He got up to go to the bathroom, and I go,
It's fucking disgusting.
I go, he wants steak. I knew he wanted steak tips, right? So waitress there. I go, he'll have steak tips. He's in the bathroom. I said to his wife, Allie, I go, what does he want as a side? She goes, Italian dressing? I go, no, like fries. Like she's like fries.
So short people.
Dude, he was like, you embarrass me. He's like, I only do that at home, not outside the house. I'm like, respect. So anyways, listen, back to the success.
It was a double embarrassment.
It was a double embarrassment.
Yeah.
Everybody was embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing though. Great food there. Common room in Needham. And by the way, Maggie's cousin owns it. He's the one who texted me. I was right next to Square Mall. He's like, hey, your card's still here. I'm like, sick.
Awesome, dude.
Awesome. I'm nowhere close to you. All right, new year, new me. By the way, so this is weird because this episode, we're stacking episodes because next weekend, so this right now is like the 4th or the 5th? Fifth. I'm going to Hartford, Connecticut for Addie as a travel volleyball tournament that I'm taking her to. So I don't think we'll be able to do next Sunday night. So we did an episode with Bobby Froyo that now you've heard, unless this is Patreon, they've heard it too. That was recorded the day of New Year's Day. And this is now. So just in case we're making references to sports or some stuff that's happened.
This is now.
This is time travel right now. This is really, by the way, my brain is fragile right now. You know what I want to be, by the way? I want nobody to bother me. I want fucking, I'm so fucking frazzled. Like I
Seems
don't
of winning this,
like,
this
I
battle
don't
right
want to
now.
do the show. I hate the show. I hate you guys. I hate everybody who fucking listens to it. I want to build cabins in the woods with that guy. By the way, you know what that guy had? He's like, these are on sale. They were the little tubs, the little fucking, the little fruit juice tubs. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Are they called hubs?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I'm like, I'd love one of those in the woods right now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just to be
Ice
fucking
cold?
ice cold. You know what I mean? I'd love that. I did invest in 78 dB earplugs that were like $50 that I come from Amazon. If that doesn't work, I'm killing the dog. Like if that doesn't work, that's the last straw. Like I'm gonna rip his larynx out like tomorrow night.
Oh, you know what I saw? That looks sick. It's like a mask. That it's like a headband that goes around your eyes.
Yeah.
So it keeps the light out, and it also has speakers. So you can hook it up to your phone and play like Sade radio and just zone that dog out.
Sade radio.
I'm gonna look like I'm in the fucking movie Tron, for Christ's sakes, trying to get a fucking night's sleep. All right, so anyways, we'll get back to fucking brass tacks here. New year, new us. By the way, I want to go back. So last week we did the promo for the Panuzzo thing, Success Lift, which we're doing. We're all in it.
All in it.
Dustin Fannon's in it. Al's in it. I don't even know if he knows why he's in it.
Bob C.
I called Al. I go, Al. I said to Al, I go, Al.
Yeah.
Because Al basically told me, he's like, we're in this, me and Al are doing a weight loss contest. He basically he's sending me fucking burgers he's eating and he's like fucking all this shit he's eating. He's like, I'm not into it. I'm just going to buy you a putter. I'm like, you don't have to join this thing if you're not going to use it. You know what I mean? And he's like, no, I'll get content out of it. I'm like, what content? Like, the guy just did a podcast driving around his car.
Show.
Yeah, his one-man show. It's
so
a one-man band. Yeah. Anyways, but it is like, if you're in the Patreon, you can sign up for it. And my buddy Rudy's going to be in it. He's been on the Patreon before. And basically it's like, you know, it's half of what he charges usually. And he's been active in our chat. And like, you have any questions, he'll fucking answer them.
He's a wealth of knowledge.
He's a wealth of knowledge. He's the fucking best. I had no sleep today, and I sent him the menu from the place I was going. I go, what's my best option? He's like, what are your goals or something? My goal is to blow a guy in the back of the place. I want to get the most protein and the less fucking caloric fucking load I can. Anyways, he is a wealth of knowledge. I have also decided that if I'm going to represent this product, I have to get fucking in sick shape. So get fucking prepared for all the female corkers to want to get pregnant.
You're going to see the sexiest turtle you've
the
ever
sexiest
seen
fucking turtle
in your life.
you've ever seen in your life. Like the fucking best in the fucking business.
I just want to wear basketball jerseys all summer.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
That's my goal. I want to
not have moves.
And not look like Eminem and 8 Mile. Like I want to look like I know that what I'm doing in a gym. And dude, the first thing I did see is he goes, it's all about balance. That was the first text I saw today when I got on this app. And he's got a beer in his hand. I said, I can live with this app.
Yeah.
You know, the app's all right.
Yeah, we can deal with this. You know what I mean? He knows who he's talking to.
Yeah.
He knows who he's talking
All
to.
about balance.
It's all about balance.
Since I joined the chat with him, I lost 28 pounds.
Yeah.
So it works.
Yeah, so if you
you
think about it,
listen to
I mean,
what
look.
he says and you do what he says, you're going to lose weight. And you're going to potentially get in decent shape.
Am I the only one in this chat that just wants to gain weight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
you're trying
jacked.
to gain muscle.
But I don't want to be fucking like I'm 185 right now. The
Yeah.
most I was like, and I had to weigh myself today, so I know I'm 185. The most I was in the last ever was like 192. That was like a month ago. So I want to be. I'm fine with that right there. 200 max, just shred it.
Yeah, just shred it out.
Go
Yeah.
to fucking Muscle Beach real quick.
Yeah.
Show my tats.
We'll hook you up with a fucking, we'll get you a fucking little winstrel cycle going, you know what I mean?
that's all I
just
want,
fucking-
like-
People yelling, "What's up, Gigas?"
Yeah, in fact. Oh, you have a Shamrock and a Celtic cross tattoo. Are you from Boston by any
Killing
chance?
it.
Yeah, dude. Talk to me nicely.
But in all seriousness, you know what I mean? Like, I blow $100 at the liquor store, like fucking dude, like Peter North blows loads.
Twice a
You know
week.
what I mean? Like nothing, like fucking no fucking problem. So, anyways, that's the deal. So, if you want to get into that,
The
you're
app
in
is
the
awesome.
Patreon. The app is awesome.
It really is.
It's right. It hooks up to your MyFitnessPal and all that stuff, and it's going to keep us in line. The whole goal is that we live longer, basically, so that we can keep being awesome.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do you like this podcast or not? Just join the fucking
Yeah,
success
exactly.
lift and fucking keep it going.
Yeah, get fucking ripped. All right, so we're going to talk about sick days, getting sick.
Yeah.
I think we should use it in any term, like things that are
I agree
pretty
with you.
sick
Things
too.
that are sick.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell you, and I feel like I'm just ripping the floor from under you guys right now, but it is what it is.
The Zen
I'll
is
tell
winning
you
this.
I'll tell you it's not sick. So Tess is home, obviously, and Maggie's trying to organize all these things to do while she is home, which is great. I love having Tess home. She's like, you know how like when somebody talks to you, your wife talks to you about a plan for the future, like it just you're like, yeah, we'll do that.
In
And
one
then
ear
you're
out
just
the
thinking
other.
like, maybe a fucking tsunami will come and we won't have to do that. Like
Right.
that's a real possibility, but it
Yeah.
isn't. So we had plans yesterday to go to Newbury Street, to walk up and down Newbury Street, the whole family, right? And then go to Capital Burger Bar, which is Capital Grill's
How
burger bar.
pumped was Tommy for this?
The best thing, the best thing that happened that day will come on the Patreon with Tommy. But We're walking. It's 30 fucking degrees.
Yeah.
It's whipping wind. The place is jammed to the gills, right? And we're looking at the brownstones, and I go, would you ever like live in Boston, like living here or something? He goes, I never want to come here ever again. ever, as long as I fucking live.
Dude, Tommy is my guy.
So
I swear to God, every take this kid has, except for Walking Dead, is dead on with what the fuck I think.
yeah. So the only good thing that happened actually was that Maggie was like, you guys go into some stores. Well, I'm like, there's no stores for us. Oh, let's go to Prada and see what's going on there.
Let's go to Lululemon and look at a wallet for $500.
So they went into one store on one side of the street. We went over to the Nike store on the other side.
Yeah.
We went there for like 2 minutes. By the way, every store on that street has like 9 pairs of sneakers in it. They don't have a lot of shit in those stores. So we go in there for like 2 minutes. He's like, let's get out of here. So we go across the street. Now we're in Vuori. That's the like athletic wear shit. There's nothing in there. You couldn't even clothe like a basketball team with the amount of clothes they get at the place, right? So as we come out, Maggie's like, we're out front, across from Nike store. She thinks we're still in Nike store, but I'm behind her. I could see her out there. And she's got her phone in her hand. She's talking to Tess. And I run down the stairs and I go, I'll take your fucking phone. And I grabbed out of her hand. She's like, ah! If I had it on tape, it would have been fucking epic. But we end up at the fucking Capitol Burger Bar. And actually, Tommy goes, the only time I was this miserable was when we were on top mountain with fucking Nate. He goes, I go, well, the good news is you could actually walk into a store right now and get warm. Capitol Burger Bar, which this is not brought to you by them, is owned by Capitol Grill, which is a great steakhouse, right? I've never had a bad meal there, I'll say that.
Same.
As the kids say, mid. That's what this place is.
Yeah.
They got the orders wrong for the girls twice. I had a burger because I was like, fuck it, I'm here. All they had was burgers and one shitty salad. So I'm like, getting this burger. Burger's okay. Service was not great. Also, like, I didn't have a drink. Maggie didn't have a drink. Diet Coke. Good Diet Coke. I'll give them that. Good Diet Coke. $185
Holy shit.
without a fucking alcoholic beverage. Now, that's a lot of money for fucking...
Yikes.
Like, I'll tell you what that is. That's the same bill
burgers,
you get.
bro.
That's the
Yes.
same bill you get
For
like
4 people.
a double bull, right? A double bull is fucking sick. Like, really good. You know, up in Peabody.
With drinks.
With drinks. Yeah. So fuck that place. Got back in the car and Tommy was like, you're going to promise me we don't ever have to do that again.
Never do that
again. So anyway, so
How much was a burger?
That's wild.
like $24 or something like that
and then
with fries.
oh, it comes with fries?
Comes with fries. And then we get 2 appetizers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like deviled eggs. Shout out
What
Danny.
a fucking maniac.
And
Hell yeah. I
well,
love
there's
it.
only like a few appetizers the girls could even eat because it was like
That's why the place isn't
Yeah.
successful.
they have
One
a
of their
gluten-
appetizers
they have a
is deviled eggs.
full gluten-free menu. The girls order. She comes back. She's like, "Oh, actually, none of this stuff is good for like people with celiac." So I'm like, "So it's not gluten-free," is what you're saying? Like none of this stuff is gluten-free. Addie got like the worst grilled chicken sandwich that's ever made, and that was that. So don't go to Newbury Street. Don't be a fucking loser, and don't buy a Boston Terrier. So how was you guys' weekend?
It was good. Hockey, I was in rinks forever. It's like my whole life is just sitting in rinks. We had 2 games today. 11:30, full ice in Billerica. I'm never in Billerica. So here's a story, right? So after Billerica, we
When you
have
got
about,
off the exit, was Paul Doobie there with a sign just saying
no,
welcome
and
Fitz?
so I'm the worst because I was up there recently for a haircut, and then I was up there today, and I never think about Paul Doobie, and I should. And then I post the review,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Dude, you were a block away from my house," and I was like, "Dude, my bad. I never remember like in other corkers have done it in the past. Matt West, I was up in Toastamos,
Yeah.
for a beef.
Toastmasters, yeah.
In Matt West, like, what the fuck, dude? You were right near my house,
Yeah.
and you didn't shoot me a text. You know, I'm terrible
Right.
about that.
It's not on purpose.
I'm literally in my life with my family.
Yeah.
Just hitting places as we go.
Sure.
Shitting places,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Going to Maine, going to the lake, hit Toastamos on the way up there. I'm not thinking about like who's local.
Sure.
So I mean, I apologize, Paul Doobie, Matt West, my guys.
Yep.
Anyways, so in between games, we have about an hour and 15 minutes. And I was like, so I already know. I'm already on my phone in the middle
Looking
of the game.
where
I'm
you
like,
going.
here's where these places are. But you know what I don't do? I don't recommend anything. And you know why Melissa is one of the best? I was like, in the car, we get in there, we start driving. I'm like, where do you want to go for lunch? She goes, oh, let me see. She knows that I want a beef.
Yeah.
Without me even saying anything. She goes, Liberty Bell's right around the corner. She's like, if you want to get food poisoning. And I was like, it's up to you. I'm down if you are. And she goes, fuck it, let's go. Dude, she's the best. She's picking out beef spots so I can go and fucking
Love it.
review.
That's a woman
shitty
right
beef.
there.
Yeah. Anyways, it was not great. It was a 6 out of 10. Flavor was good. The beef was room temperature. The James River sauce was cold right out of the fridge. It was not great. We went to the next game. Connor had a hat trick, and now I'm here.
NBD. Before we go to Danny, real quick, real funny story from the lunch today. My brother-in-law Bobby, who puts ketchup on his egg noodles. He was like, he sent the video of you guys from Chronicle to his brother, his brother Ben, his older brother, and he's like, these are the guys that Brendan does the podcast with, and he's like, Ben's like, oh, I just joined that page the other day. I saw it, and he goes, don't fucking post anything on it. He's like, you'll get fucking
Real eye-opening.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it's been eye-opening since day one.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I got the very first review, I got fucking lamb-basted.
Do business as business is being done, as the great Bill Belichick once said. All right, Danny.
So I had my sister's 50th birthday party yesterday.
Shout out Darcy.
Shout out to my sister Darcy. Anyone that's listening with the cornhole world, she does her thing every Wednesday, as we know. Bunch of people there I haven't seen in forever. Her daughters put it together. One of her daughters, new mom. She got a little toddler at home, and she used to be a bartender before she was a mom. So she was like, "I'm gonna bartend this thing." She had like signature drinks. It was fucking great. It was low key, which is awesome because Giovanna and Darcy kind of go all out for shit. You know, we've done party buses, we've rented halls. So like it was just at their house. You know, we cleared out their house or whatever, and it was like a potluck, and it was great. And people brought a brisket, smoked shoulder. I brought subs from Durham. Were gone in record time. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Like record time.
Yeah.
I also got the meatball subs from there. I got the pizza making kit, which I did with my kids today. Great fucking night. Didn't you said you were up at 3 o'clock in the morning? You could have called me. I was leaving my sister's at 3:30. Longest I've ever been out in a very, very long time. Slept till about 12 today.
Hell yeah.
It was wild. Just a wild bunch of events.
Go ahead.
No.
No.
I was talking, you were talking about your awful experience around the holidays with Newbury Street, and we haven't talked about my time going to Winterfest last week.
Yeah.
So Winterfest is in Charlestown, right near Sullivan Square, at Hood Park, which is like the newly developed area over there, right before community college. And Winterfest, they got you look at this flyer, and it makes it seem like you're going to Canopy Lake for winter, right? Hour and 40 minutes standing in the cold, but the parking's free, Brendan. So they got you there, right? Parking's free. So you stand in line and you're listening to the sweet songs of fucking Johnny Mathis, You walk in there and I'm like, all right, now what? I'm starving, right? All they have is a tent with like the worst food, and they have bent water, like providing the drink, whatever. I had zero interest on drinking anything, but I was hungry. So I got a sausage, peppers, and onions, and it looked like it was still alive. Ate it, right? I had to do that. I'm like, all right, where do we go from here? Fitz, there's nothing to do there.
Yeah.
There's lights for lines, and you can take pictures. That's it. There was one skee ball fucking thing, broken. We spent more time in line than we did at Winterfest.
Is it in that Hood parking lot?
Yeah,
just in the parking lot.
You take that right.
Yeah. I know exactly where it is.
there's like
Rutherford Ave.
Yeah, and you drive in. There's a parking garage right there, right across the street. It's blocked off. You can't miss it. There's fucking lights.
That's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That is it. And they make it seem like it is the Willy Wonka fucking factory of Winterfest. It sucked.
The thing about those things like that, zoo lights, whatever, like
That's all it was.
nobody's having fun
Why do we have to go?
because of women.
I know.
Because of women.
But
That's why.
they try to make it seem that like you're gonna have a great time. There was nothing to do there.
I said to Maggie yesterday, she goes, do we all have fun? I go, this is at lunch day. I go, that would have been like me and Tommy dragging you guys to Canton, Ohio, and taking you through the Football Hall of Fame and being like, didn't you have fun?
Yeah,
Like,
look at that.
no, you didn't have fun. It sucked. Yeah. You have no interest
You
in
have
it.
no interest.
You know what I
right.
mean? There's not a store on Newbury Street. The only thing that was there was a huge line of white nerds and Asian people outside of a comic book store for some release dressed in fucking garb, like
yeah.
cosplay. And I was like, Tommy, I'll give you 100 to go over there and go, hey, nerd, what are you fucking in line for? You know what I mean? It was fucking, the only thing that was fun about it, because as we've said, nothing unifies people better than hate. was just me and Tommy hating it together. You know what I mean? That was like a bonding experience, you know?
beautiful.
Quick shout out, by the way. Al got recognized in the wild by a corker who I don't think we know, who I guess was keeping the scoreboard at a game he was coaching for his son.
I actually did
you know
a
who
little
it is?
research. No, but I'm also retarded. Like I could probably know exactly who it is, and
Sure.
I just cannot think of who it is.
Yeah. So
Winthrop kid, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he got recognized for pulling the cork, but not for his own podcast, which is great, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah. I hope he told Justin and Nico that happened.
You gotta listen to his.
They're gonna hate us. They're gonna
Yeah.
be like, fuck those guys.
Yeah, you got.
So
I jumped on. Nico was on.
He was on live,
He
right?
was on live because he's
I
doing
went in there.
75 hard, and
Yeah,
I went in
yeah.
and he's like, "This is my guy's pulling the cork." All right, yep.
Oh,
okay.
did he say that?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I joined probably similar timing to you
Yeah.
because I saw him live. And I think he like looked real quick, but he didn't say anything.
He was ripping
And-
on the treadmill.
Yeah, and I just bounced.
So real quick, when I picked up the food from Durham yesterday, place was mobbed. People,
Yeah.
you know, it was crazy. We always said it's not a really big store, but there was like an abundance of Asians in there picking up like prepared foods. I couldn't wrap my head. I wanted to ask them so many questions,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
wanted to be in and out. I wanted to ask Al about that in the chat today. I got no response. But the other thing was this lady who was in there. The only way I can describe her is like exactly what Cyndi Lauper would look like right now.
Oh, yeah.
She looked like a fucking whack job, right? And
Stone Cold Fox.
she had the sunglasses inside. She had a leather
Yeah,
jacket
yeah,
on, like Asics sneakers. She was just talking to everybody that would listen. And she locked eyes with me, or at least I think, because she
Yeah.
had sunglasses on.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Can I ask you something?" And I said, "You've already made up your mind."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You want my number?
She goes, "You ever seen one of these?"
617.
Yeah. So she lifts up right at the counter there. They got the cocoa bombs that you make hot
Oh, yeah,
chocolate
yeah,
with.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She goes, "How does this work?" And
Throw it
s-
in the tub, lady.
I go, so you grab a mug, you know, and you either have boiling water like I did as a kid, or when you get with a Latin woman, they teach you can boil milk.
Yeah,
and it's
hot
a little
milk,
better.
yeah, yeah.
And I go, and you just throw that in. And she goes, and then what?
Explode.
I go, it's a bomb. I go, so and she goes, so this bomb makes hot chocolate? She could not fucking grasp the fact that chocolate melts in like hot liquid and it turns into hot cocoa. She goes, I'm gonna fucking get one. She grabbed it, and I was like, I want to be a fly on the wall when this lady blows up her house because she's like there's shrapnel in this thing, you know. It was just, and I was in there maybe 10 minutes, and I saw some shit.
Yeah, Durham. We're not supposed to read ads for them anymore. But they're in Lynn,
Yes,
so Eastern Ave.
Just go there,
Yeah, just go there and get their food. It's fucking unbelievable.
That pizza looked fire.
dude.
You know what? Go there and get it. And if you see a bald guy, just be like, with a beard, be like, I recognize you from pulling the cork.
Yeah. Those Irish kids at PTC sent us.
yeah. That's how I got a hold of this whole thing.
Dude, that pizza looked unbelievable.
It was dynamite.
So
Yeah.
he gives you the dough.
Yeah, it's
Cheese,
19
sauce?
bucks. Gives you it's 2 kits
Yep.
in that dough, cheese sauce, pepperoni cups,
Yep.
and what am I missing? The mozzarella cheese. Yeah, so
Yeah.
2 doughs,
Yep.
cheese sauce. Yeah, you got the whole thing.
Dude, that came out. It looked
Yeah,
really
Crank
good.
it to 550,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah, yeah,
says
yep.
whatever you want your crust at. So it was 10 minutes, and I had the pizza rack. I used to have a pizza stone, which I want another one, but whatever. Pizza rack worked fine.
What's the rack?
It's just a metal rack that you just, you know, I put like anything. It's a metal rack.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's what I put it on.
Yeah.
Toasted a little bit with flour. Killed it, dude. It was awesome. The crust was perfect.
It looked great.
So we thought of this idea because you and I went to, after last week's episode,
Yeah.
you and I and Bobby Froyo met Glenn with one end. I got, this is actually a pretty funny story. I
This is
forgot
a
about this.
great story.
So I said originally Maggie and I were batting back ideas, and I was gonna do something with Addie, and then she's like, maybe we'll just go to Encore, me and her. And then I went up, she's like, I'm not really feeling it. I'm like, all right, I couldn't get in an Uber fast enough. So I go up there. We're crushing beers, having a good time. At 2:00. So we got there at noon, right?
Yeah, you didn't.
So at
plan on
2:00,
staying
I
long.
call an Uber, right?
I can attest to this. This is not bullshit.
This is true. I
This
have,
is
the, I,
not
have the, I
bullshit.
have the receipts in my phone.
It's insane.
So I call an Uber. The guy's like, I'm in front of Best Buy. And I'm like, that's great. I'm like, I'm at Hooters. He's like, I think I can still get over there. And then he cancels the trip on me. I'm like, all right, fine. I get another one. Now, this person now is over by Pache's, right? So they cancel on me. Black hole of Ubers, apparently. Didn't know this. I know I've taken Ubers. I took one there. So then I dragged the pin. I showed these guys. I dragged the pin to the Hooters on the map. This fucking guy cancels on me. Now these guys aren't leaving, and I don't blame them, right?
Right.
And I call Maggie. She's like, "I'm on the way to fucking the mall with the girls, so you're in for it or whatever."
Yeah, because
so
you
I
asked
stayed
Maggie to pick you up.
Yeah, so I stayed till 7.
Yeah.
I had cheese, and I was getting sick already. I was getting a cold, and compound that cold with like all the drinking we've been doing.
Yeah.
On Thursday, I was like, I was fit, like I was really in some bad condition. My daughter's looking at me like, "You're a loser." Because I was like, "We're going to work tomorrow." Like she's doing work for me, administrative stuff. I'm like, I can't even talk. I have cheese sauce all on my fucking brand new Nike pants from like from the fucking queso from Hooters. I'm the biggest loser. Like they're like, "Look at you, you fucking loser."
Well, the best part was like he was all fit to leave. Like you,
Yeah,
he
dude.
was,
Listen.
I was trying to be responsible.
it was the best. He was like,
It was circumstances of the universe
He's
working
like-
against him.
he's like, I can't believe this guy canceled on me. Like, all right, we'll grab another one. He immediately gets another one. They cancel on him.
By the way,
It's
I
just-
walked out twice.
Oh, yeah.
And came back.
Yeah.
He was, he was like, if you don't see me come back, this guy found the place. Comes back 10 minutes later. But the best part was like after your third Uber, you were like, all right, let's get everything on the menu now.
Yeah.
We ordered fucking everything.
I'm like, give us as many sun cruises as you have back there, and let's fucking just do this because I was meant to stay here and get fucking
It was
cocked.
just fucking
But
hilarious. Then
you
we're
know-
asking the waitress. You asked her some crazy
I kept
questions.
asking her because you like whatever. Listen, very nice girl. Let me just
Yeah.
say that, and a great waitress. I don't
Very
think she probably
attentive.
listens. Very attentive. Every time she would come back, I'd be like top 3 pizza places, like some random question like that. But I was so fucking wet brained that she'd come back and she'd stop being like Regina. I'm like, what is she talking about? Like I didn't remember what I
Totally
asked her.
forgot.
I had no idea what I fucking asked her. But then the next day, Maggie's like, "Man cold, huh?" And I'm like, That's what you get from a woman, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, you have a man cold? You're a pussy?" It's like, no, I have a fucking fever, by the way.
Yeah.
I feel like shit, and I am hungover, by the way.
Yeah.
So pound that fucking thing by 2. Absolutely fucking brutal, dude. That was a holiday season. I said to Danny, the day before Thanksgiving, me, him, and Bobby Froyo went to Hooters.
Yep. Then we ended it on New Year's.
And we ended on New Year's, and I go, I feel like I've been in a fucking time warp.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I just
Still
got
do.
warped, like
Today was
sucked through a wormhole.
Today was the real reality that like I knew what day it was. I'm not kidding. Like the whole like Christmas on Wednesday
Did
and
you
shit.
work Thursday and Friday?
Friday I did.
Yeah, so I worked Thursday and Friday. I was telling Brendan I was sober on Thursday. So in the last like 2 weeks, there's only been 2 days where I didn't drink.
Yeah.
And it feels like a whirlwind. And now tomorrow is like back to reality.
Reality.
For real. Because
you know what, though?
Because even though I went back to work Thursday and Friday last week, the kids didn't have like their regular scheduled shit. So like dance and hockey weren't like ramped up.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Everyone's back.
I'm getting slapped in the face with like life,
Yeah.
real life.
Everybody
you know?
is.
Yeah.
And all the kids too. They had like 2 days of school last week, so it's like they
So
didn't have
dumb.
a real
but I
week.
was just about to bring that up.
It was nonsense. So in Reading, I don't know about you guys, but Thursday was a full day. Friday was a half day. So it's like they went for a day and a half after 2 weeks off.
And they try to tell you that it's like to save snow days.
It is.
Like that.
So they don't have to go deep into June.
Just don't go deep into June.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Who cares? You don't learn shit anyways. By the way, I
That's
gave all my kids a spelling test last night. They didn't know a fucking word. I'm like cognizant. They're like TX. I'm like, what the fuck? Tommy's like, I get A's in English. I'm like,
It's hilarious that you say that because, dude, the public school system is fucking nonsense. I did a subtraction test the other day, and I was like,
Dad had 9 beers.
I guess this
Drank
is why
7.
I'm not fucking actually paying for school, you know?
Yeah, I remember when that Common Core came out, and I think that's like how my kids learned.
Yeah. So then we're like, me and Melissa are like, no, it's this. And they're like doing it. They're drawing like squares and shit on the fucking piece
Done
of
with
paper.
it.
I'm like, is that how you learned it in school?
Yeah.
I don't know that way, but figure out the answer
Yeah.
because what the fuck is going on
There
at
was
the school?
There was a great TikTok of like doing like fucking 60 times 60. And like, something that you can't really know right off the, unless you're fucking Will Hunting.
Yeah.
And the kid did it the way that we all learn, carry the two, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And they're just writing stuff. And this guy in TikTok's just making coffee, he's putting his feet up, and they're still writing like how he's fucking done. It was,
360.
yeah.
I think so.
Will
Yeah.
Hunting.
We had but when they first started teaching that shit, my old teacher was my kid's teacher. So I emailed him. I'm like, hey, Jason, we're on first name basis now. I'm like, can you get me a lesson on this? And he did.
Yeah.
I glanced at it for 3 seconds and I go, yeah, I'm out. Done.
Dude.
Yeah.
Done.
Dude,
They want you to use your brain once.
Obviously, I went to college and somehow graduated from that place. When I was like 28, like we were at Maggie's sister's and she was studying for like whatever, getting to grad school or something. And I picked up the book and it had these like math equations, but it was all letters. And I'm like, the fuck is this? And Maggie's like, yeah, there's letters and like you don't remember that? And I'm like, fuck math. I'm like, math's for losers. Math's for fucking idiots. Yeah, dude, that is, I'll tell you right now, like, I don't know what they're teaching over there, but they're not teaching much. You know what I mean? Like, Tommy's crushing it. Like, this kid's going to go to Harvard. He's not going to know how to spell his fucking name, you know?
That's not sick.
Oh, so yeah, that's not sick. So I'll tell you what, so this is a little behind the scenes. Fitzy gets here tonight, tries to give me a beer, and I'm like, now, producer's going to be like, this is a dumb idea. I said to my father, I'm going to do dry January with him, right? Me and you've done it before. Fitzy did it last year, right? Fitzy's like, dog, that's stupid. He goes, he's cracking a beer. He goes, what I'm doing is moderation this year. He goes, I have been drunk every day except for Thursday. I'm doing moderation.
It's a crazy theory, Cotton. We'll see how it pans out.
It's working out great. Gangbusters. This is brought to you by Misguided Spirits, by the way. MisguidedSpirits.com. That will be the first drink I have when I come back from my mini retirement. And you can find them online. They sell it all over the state. I'm going to get a new updated list from James here coming this week. I got to get on. He has a distributor, and getting that guy sometimes to give me all the stores.
There's a lot of places in Mass now.
Ton.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're down in Fall River and all that, that's huge down there. People love drinking down there. I went to Flow Golf this morning. Let me tell you what I am going to do a lot of this month is Flow Golf. And this is not a sponsorship, although I want to talk to this guy, Kong, who owns it. Like King Kong, that's his name. Sick name.
Kong?
Yeah.
Sick.
Asian guy, he's awesome. This place is sick. We've talked about it, I think. The floors move, fucking all this stuff. I played there with Al. I went with Kev Ma. That kid rips the fucking cover off the ball. Like, no problem. And, like, there's a deal there, dude. It's like $800 for 3 months, but you can get a bay, like, 2 hours a day during non-prime hours, but on the weekends, non-prime hours go till noon. So, like, and it's $100 for 2 hours anyway. So if like, and I can take whoever I want. So I could take you guys and like we could go. You know what I mean? That place is sick. If you live in the area, just check it out.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you that. That's a free ad, by the way. That is sick. Playing golf and not being hungover this morning, that was actually pretty sick. I'll say that.
Yep.
I'll say that. So, you know what else is sick? Did I talk about? Yeah, I think I talked about it. But the Bob Dylan movie is sick. And Kev Ma was like, "Did you see the Dylan movie?" Kev Ma, infamous grump, everybody knows. He's like, went by myself, 10:30 matinee, nobody with me, fucking awesome. He goes, a Hearn, great movie. And I'm like, if he likes it, it's fucking, you know it's fucking good, you know? You know it's fucking good.
Who plays Dylan?
Timothy Chalamet. Kid is in Dune.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, dude, it's fucking really good. It's really good. Even if you don't like Dylan. Like, I'm not the biggest Dylan. I'm not crazy about Dylan. By the way, I saw an old picture of this bar. Now, this is always shot on YouTube this way. When I first had the bar, the TV was up. Old picture of this bar and how it was set up. The lights were falling down for me throwing the protein brownie shake at it. There was a lot less on the walls. It looked a lot cleaner. We're going through a major fucking overhaul of this garage the next month.
Oh,
A lot of stuff's coming down. So all I got to say to the posters up there is your time is fucking
It was a good
limited.
run?
It was a good run for you guys. We're making some big time fucking changes.
Update on my bets. Trevor Lawrence did not win MVP. The Jaguars are not going to win the Super Bowl.
Crazy bet.
But I'll take that Trevor Lawrence poster if you're getting rid of it.
Philly Strings, he stays up. That's Mohan gave that to me. That can never come down. You got anything sick, Danny? What's sick?
You know what's sick, dude? I'm being dead serious. I made tea for no reason today.
Yeah.
I'm starting to like tea, like just on purpose.
Tea fucks.
Tea fucks, dude.
Yeah.
But it's got to be
Hot tea.
Yeah, that's what I had.
What's in that bad boy? Milk?
No, just regular tea and honey.
Okay, so no sugar, just honey.
Yeah, big. I mean, I'm fucking success lift guy. I
You
gotta
gotta
start
coat,
watching.
you gotta coat those vocal cords.
Yeah,
too.
no
You
shit.
don't want to lose those.
So she's like, "What are you making tea for?" I'm like, "I just want fucking tea right now." I'm freezing, by the way, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
that kind of warmed me up. So that's sick.
Are you, I know we've talked about this before, but are you guys in the winter, are you guys still iced coffee guys, or do you go hot?
I'm both.
I go both.
I go hot once it goes like Once we get below like 50 degrees, I go.
I'm just not a hotto.
Always
with-
hot.
You're
Always
always hot.
Yeah.
You don't do iced
no,
coffee at all?
no. He's saying once it goes cold.
Yeah, once it gets
he's
cold,
always hot.
I'm always.
No,
getting
no,
hot.
I do both.
Yeah, I'm not one of these guys who are like, fucking New England, dude. We gotta have iced coffee. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No.
So I mean, I've said it multiple times recently. I'm cheap, and I brew coffee at home.
Yeah.
And if I have nothing in the fridge from the day before or the day before that, then I brew hot coffee and drink hot coffee, and then whatever's left over from that goes in the fridge for iced coffee the next day.
I know a guy that
Fucking Dave Ramsey over there.
I know a guy that makes hot coffee and waits till it gets cold.
I'm not mad at that.
That's crazy.
I'm not mad at
That's
that.
psychotic.
So I'll tell you, this morning I had one whole cup, a huge cup. So now my cup of coffee is like a bowl. Like if you're ordering chowder, it's not
That's
a
your
cup
coffee?
of chowder. It's not a cup of chowder. It's a bowl of chowder. So it's a bowl of coffee, right?
How many
And-
K-cups?
Do you drink it like on the way
I
to
don't-
work, or do you drink it when you're
Oh,
home?
you brew.
I brew, yeah.
But do you
in
drink
my-
it in your house where you go?
Nope. So if I'm at work, I have free coffee at work.
Yep.
And it's
That's
always
sick.
it's always hot. It's never cold at work. So Monday through Friday, I'm drinking hot coffee, even in the summer.
Yep.
At home, though, I'll do that huge cup of coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be hot if I'm brewing it that day, right? But then I fill up mason jars of the leftovers to put in the fridge so that tomorrow, now I don't have to brew coffee. I just drink iced coffee in the morning, right? But there's a little bit left in the pot. So I pour that back into my bowl of coffee, right? And I forgot about it, Danny.
Yeah, it must have.
So you know what happened? It got cold.
Oh,
Did I drink it?
of course you did.
100%.
Yeah.
100.
That's just fucking. That's
100.
crazy.
1,000%.
That's what I did. You know? Waste not want.
Yeah, you know what? I will say, like, during the week, I only drink, and if I'm at the office, like, Danny got me hooked on that Bustelo shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's cocaine in a glass. Like,
Yeah,
it
no,
is
it's-
fucking,
it's
dude.
Awesome.
That's got strength.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I know I've talked about this before, but whenever I'm on, like, a calorie reduction, I understand why all those fucking guys, like, on the World Trade in the 20s had, like, the cups of coffee like this because they were, like, they had no food in their system. They're like, let's fucking go. I'll climb to the top of this motherfucker right now.
So I drink, when I brew coffee at home, shout out South Shore, Mary Lou's.
Oh, is that what you use?
Yeah?
Yeah, I get the pre-ground bags of Mary Lou's. Doesn't matter the flavor. Could be original, Milky Way, Twix, whatever the fuck.
Mulkey's gonna listen to this, and he's gonna rip me through a phone. I forget the coffee he gave me. It was like dessert, but he brought me to a Mary Lou's once. And he was like, "Get this, kid, get this one." And it was, I mean, it's a candy bar, but
Dude,
fucking
it's
delicious.
Yeah.
it's very good. But I don't think it's very. I don't know if I could do it every day.
I drink it black.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's how I do it, too.
So if you go to Mary Lou's
Yep.
and you order like Milky Way with cream and pumps of this and pumps of that and fucking
Yep.
sweetener and everything, that's not good.
Yeah.
I tell you, that's a fucking lot of calories. You know, shout out Panuzzo. I'm
not
drinking
good.
black coffee, dude. I'm all about
These dippers are good for you.
moderation.
Do you?
Cheers.
And I'm being dead serious with this because I think people are fucking fake when they say this. Do you think you could do a blind taste test with just black coffee and tell what coffee maker it is?
I can't if it's Bustelo.
Bustelo's different because
Yeah.
that's espresso in it.
Yeah.
And you'll be
I
like,
mean,
You're flying.
you
probably not.
perfect example.
Probably not.
Dunks, fucking Starbucks, and Folgers, and they put them underneath it, and it's all ground brewed.
Actually, maybe.
Yeah, you could.
Maybe, yeah.
I can't.
Because if it's
Coffee's coffee to me.
if it's like Folgers Crystals, Dunks brewed, and Starbucks brewed, I could probably do that.
Oh shit!
I'll tell you
think
right
so,
now.
I think I want to try it. I want to see if I
We should do that.
just try and see if I can do it.
No, we should
Yeah,
do that.
yeah, we'll do it. If you're one of those guys or gals or they thems that like get like a fucking special kettle and like pour over like Arabican grounds
Yeah.
or whatever. What are they called?
Arabica beans.
Yeah.
Remember that commercial, dude? I fucking hate. I was like, for 6 months, I'm like, what is this guy
It
saying?
was McDonald's.
I know.
and it was
Arabica beans.
Everyone would talk like a normal accent, and all of a sudden that guy was on with the Arabica beans, and I was like, "Fuck off with this
I
guy."
had no idea what you were saying.
But if you pour a special kettle over your coffee and then you like fucking source it from someplace, you definitely use the bike lanes in various places. You know what I mean? Like, you know what used to piss the shit out of me, like off out of me? And I don't even know why it bothered me so much, but like when the kids were at the school right here, so we would walk them to school. I don't know why this bugged the shit out of me. When a guy, like there was one guy who would walk, it was probably this smug look on his dumb face all the time. He would have his cup, like his cup from his house that he'd walk with, and be like, like, oh, is that your fucking sweet coffee, you fucking dickhead? You know what I mean? Guy's dead, by the way. Unfortunately, passed away.
Thank God.
Think he took the cup with him?
Yeah, he got sick. Yeah, I'm not like, and I also saw something the other day. There was like they ran a thing that was like, if, like, they've done all these tests that, like, people really, even the people who claim, like, that they love, like, great wine, most of them are full of shit, and they really can't tell the difference between a $15 bottle if you taste test them next to a $100 bottle.
My father, that was his philosophy for, like, vodka. He's like, why am I going to spend it? Why? Because it says fucking Belvedere? He's like, give me the well shit. He'll still get the same job done. And he was like, by the way, none of these people know the fucking difference anyway. And if they do, you might want to slow down a little bit.
And I want to call bullshit on something. I think that, like, if you're one of those people who says, like, oh, like, I can't wait to have, like, my one scotch because I love the notes on this thing, you're full of shit. Because I'll tell you what, if I'm having one drink, it's a fucking Mexican Coke, all right? Because that tastes good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody was ever like, oh,
and
fucking,
it still has coke in it.
Yeah, exactly. Cocaine. Like, nobody was ever like, oh, fucking, I just cut the lawn. Give me that scotch. You know what I mean? Like that's so fucking refreshing right now, you know? You drink, if you don't tell me the truth, if you say, I drink for the taste and I have one drink, if you're not drinking for a buzz, you're fucking full of it. You're full of shit. I don't know who the people are like, I'm a one drink a night person. Like, why? To have it.
Yeah.
Why have it? It doesn't taste great. Have something else. You know what I mean? Tastes fine.
Yeah.
I like beer now, but I like it because it leads me to a great buzz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was never
we talked about that. My first beer was god awful.
Yeah, it's not good.
Everyone, you think someone was like, yeah, this Bud Light's sick, dude. No, that never happened.
I did the math today, by the way, because I saw a thing on, it was on like, shout out Fox News. I think it was about like how now they try to push that like this booze isn't good for you, causes cancer. Like, no shit, booze isn't good for you. I think everybody knows that. But it was like for every one drink a week you have, it takes 5 minutes off of your life, right? So, which by the way, you cannot prove that. I did the math. Apparently, I've had like 165,000 drinks. That was estimating 25 drinks a week from the time I was like 25, right? Or 22, I think I figured it out. And it meant like I've only lost like a quarter of a year of my life. Like, dude, that's pretty fucking sweet. Let's go.
Worth it.
Yeah, totally worth it, dude. You know what I mean? Quarter. Sorry, the last 6 months at the fucking Beth Israel on my fucking ass.
And now you got to think about two dry Januaries ago. Yeah, that's going to account for something.
You
gain it back, and then you got another month right now.
earning
You
time.
lost like 4 days, dude. You're fine.
Yeah, that's health. That's balance, as Panizza would say. That's talking about fucking balance. Yeah. So, anyways, getting sick does suck though, because I'll tell you right now, like I hadn't been sick. I was sick in October. And I was sick the other day, and like when you are sick, it does make you think. Like I will say this: the only thing it makes you reminds you of is like it's pretty sweet when you do have your health, because when you're fucking on your ass, dude, it is fucking brutal.
I mean, the man cold is a real thing. We've talked about that before. I don't care what anyone says. Any woman that listens to this and doesn't believe us, oh, look at me, I can get pregnant. You've never had a man cold, all right? That's the real fucking. That's where you get your brass, all right? There is nothing worse than like. You ever remember that episode of The Sopranos when Tony Soprano just like he had food poisoning? He's like, just let me die.
Yeah.
That's me every time I get really sick.
Yeah.
Sniffles, I'm still going to work. I'm fucking.
Yeah.
When you're sick and you're down and out,
you can't do it.
It's terrible.
By the way, shout out to, we talked about the tin fish guy last week, right? So Judgy, my brother-in-law Steve, texted me. He was like, there's this tin fish that comes out of like Sweden or something. And I forget the name of it. It's in my phone. It's like, they ferment it, right? And it's like this type of fish. And by the time you get the can, it's like bulging because it's like fermented. It's supposed to smell horrible. Some people eat it.
It's gefilte.
No, it's not. It's not. That's for Jewish people, I think.
Nobody else.
Shout out. Yeah, you can't even eat it. You die if you eat it. But this stuff is like supposed to be fucking intense.
I've seen videos of them opening it and people like gagging.
Yeah, this is like that. And he's like, do you think of like how much money would we have to get together to have Fitzy try it on the show?
$6.
Content. It's all about
I
content.
think we got to get a can of this shit and just see what it smells like. We're going to have to chuck it immediately.
Might as well. Yeah, it's got to get out of here.
Yeah, like it's
Where are
going
you
to
gonna put
stink.
it?
Down Fitzy's
Bathroom
throat.
outside?
Down
Yeah, I'm
Fitzy's
not
throat.
eating it.
Oh my God, how fucking gross would that be?
I've been
dude?
rewatching Deadliest Catch episodes.
Dude, I was actually going to watch that today, but I didn't. I mean,
I'm on like season 10. So
you didn't just start watching them again.
probably like
They're an hour episodes,
two or
dude.
3 months ago is when
Oh,
I
okay,
started.
all
dude.
right.
I'm
Are you
nuts.
starting from the beginning?
Yes.
Like he's watching The Wire. He's got to get the whole
It's on
storyline.
It's on HBO.
Yeah.
I know, that's where it
So
started.
I'm sick like that. You guys know it. I'm
Yeah,
on
yeah,
like
you're a
18,
binger.
18 fucking watch throughs of the
Moderation,
Wire.
about moderation and
All
everything.
about moderation, except when I'm binging Deadliest Catch. And they bite the head off a mackerel, like the Northwestern. They bite the head off a mackerel for every season to try to like
Good
get
luck
their
or whatever.
luck or whatever. And every single one of them gags every time they do it.
Oh,
So it's like they do it and then like spit the head out, but then they have to take like a legit bite of like the lungs and guts and
Just
shit.
like old, like,
seamanship.
Norwegian
I'm
fucking
out.
sickos.
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
glad my people were in the fucking woods.
Yeah.
Malden.
Yeah, the fucking, I'm saying like the ancestors, like they were nowhere near fucking water. Just goats and shit.
Dude, there's a lot of things that I feel like the drum, like, you know how it's like, I've talked about this with like music. It's like if I have over a certain amount of beers, I turn to like Marty McFly when his hand starts disappearing. Like a buzz is great, but then all of a sudden, like, you really can't do anything better when you're drinking.
Yeah.
Like I've been watching that show with Tess, the Say Nothing. It's the IRA.
so good.
So good, right?
awesome.
But like by the time I would have like the fourth drink, I'd be like, "Can you put the captions on?" I can't understand what it's saying anymore, dude.
That's a great show.
Speaking of rebels, so the night of Hooters, we were all leaving by 7:00. So I'm like, Brendan's like, I need a ride home.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's on the ride. We get in the car. I don't even have my door closed yet. It's like, Daddy, throw in some fucking Irish tunes. He's fucking banging on the roof. Up the rock! It was fucking great.
I came in like I was shot out of a cannon. Once again, like it was like all within like 3 days. Like I went to that UNC UConn game, came home at like 8. Like I was like like my family's like, what the fuck? Like you know what I mean? Like it's just fucking. I like they haven't even have time to clean up the backyard. It looks like Sanford and Son back there.
Just by like old habits, I always wait for like whenever I drop anybody off, I wait till they get in the house. Brendan got out the car, opened the door, slammed the door. Not like a wave or anything. He was like, get me out of this world.
That was my last moment. I'm like, I need
fucking
out. I need
great.
out. Yeah, it was like
Like,
fucking.
well, see you later.
Yeah, thanks for the ride, buddy. Appreciate
Big
it.
gulps, huh?
Appreciate it. Yeah, but I'll tell you what. I'm now off this tin fish guy. I'm on this guy building cabins in the woods. This guy's got 1.27 million fucking subs on fucking
Wild.
YouTube. He must make like 600, 700 grand a year.
Yeah.
Enough
Lives
to-
in the middle of like the fucking Northwest Territory. Like
Yeah, enough to move out of the woods.
building these little fucking cabins and drinking fucking hubs like a fucking king.
The guy that I'm on right now, pause. Notorious Foodie is my guy.
Yeah. I've been sending you
And-
once you said it. I've been
But
sending
I mean,
you
but
good ones.
I've been subscribed to him for
Me too, for a while.
over a year.
Yeah, a while.
I made an executive decision that this week, I don't know exactly what day, I can't nail a day down, but I'm making those fucking roasted potatoes and that duck fat.
yeah.
Did you see that video? It's
I don't
it's
know.
very simple, but like I'm gonna make some steaks for the fam, and I'm making. I don't even want the steak. Just give me these fucking roast potatoes and duck fat. It looks bomb.
That's
dude.
gonna put some pounds on you.
It's fine.
Dude,
Perfect.
everything that he makes
up-
looks fucking
It's great.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
And Al was talking shit. He's like,
He hates them.
I hate how he slurps the wine
Caviar,
and then throws the
and
towel
throws
at
the
the
towel.
thing. I'm like, Al, this dude's a fucking artist.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I love like
Give me a tuba and I'll get you something.
you ever read the comments on there? Like, I just watched this video for dinner. Like, the guy's like, once I see that cutting board, I know it's gonna be legit.
Here's my question, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck does he spray? After he puts raw shit down,
He always sprays it down.
and then he moves the raw shit off the cutting board.
Sprays it down.
He sprays it with something that I feel like neutralizes like the raw.
Instead of
components
washing the board.
Instead of like instead of going through washing, so salmonella is gone. He's got this special spray.
Yeah.
I need that spray.
Imagine just bleach.
Probably just bleach, and then he puts the potatoes down and starts cutting.
Just dies.
We also, by the way, we are like maybe 9 weeks to St. Patty's.
Yeah.
So tomorrow,
It's got to be like 80%.
I'm getting on the phone with Joe Ben Frank talking about designs for our new hoodie.
Yeah.
Haven't decided how we're gonna do it yet. If it's gonna be like, you got to order through them, or if we're going to get them again, and then we're going to sell them to people individually, which is a total pain in the ass, but it is what it is. Heavy is the crown. But we're going to have them. They're going to be green. They're going to be pulling the cork, and they're going to have a shamrock on them regardless. So that's all good. But you should check out Ben Franklin Print Company, 978-624-7341. Joe Schulte's the guy you want to talk to. They'll come up with designs for you. They'll do everything for you. They'll do that all. You want to go to Tedco, by the way, if you want to get your fucking house built. Want to get something done? That's your man right there. Better construction process, 617-996-6827. Get in bed with Ted, as I like to say. And we'll do this, and then we'll do Bella's. American Benchcraft. Union made, American made,
Veteran
locally
owned.
made.
Yeah.
Right?
Veteran owned.
Veteran owned. I would say I know a guy locally who just ordered something for a bunch of guys that are friends with me as gifts, and I would say that, except I think it's a surprise. American, they don't probably listen to this podcast anyway, so fuck you guys. AmericanBenchcraft.com. Dude, they got sheaths, Leatherman sheaths. They had one of their fucking, I think it was like a flashlight holster or something, was on Landman. The guy was wearing it.
Get
Landman.
outta here.
Swear to God. Yeah, they just posted it on their Instagram.
That's sick.
So if Billy Bob Thornton's fucking trotting around with their goods next to him,
Yeah.
you want to be on that shit.
And he's banging some women back
Yeah.
in some of these movies.
Oh,
so.
yeah. And you want to use the code CORKER. That gives you 20% off. Danny, you want to do Bella's?
Bella's 1211 Osgood Street, North Andover, bellasna.com, as we know, stands for North Andover Narcotics Anonymous. Had probably a half-hour conversation last night at my sister's party talking about Bella's and how they're the king of the shit. Saw a lot of people that have seen me and Fitzy on Chronicle, and they wanted to ask about it. And everybody always wants to ask, who's your favorite? It's Bella's, baby.
Yep.
Harry, Sandra, they just came back from vacation. I know they're back in the business right
Yep.
now. Go over there and see them. A lot of people traveled down. They were like camp buddies with me and my sister, and they live closer to Bella's than I do, and they were pumped to hear that. So we're gonna get them some new customers up there.
Nate's, my nephew, Ty, won his wrestling tournament
Saw
on, I think it was like 2 days ago, and Saturday, and Nate took him direct to Bella's. Big picture of him crushing a beef. He said, I'm not going to use the place locally because it's a great establishment, OG. He's like, way better than X, and that's the only place he's really had. So that's where you want to go. They got the best beef. By the way, also that guy that recognized Al from our podcast, not from his, he said those guys got me hooked on Bella's. So whoever that guy is, reach out.
Sorry that we're idiots
the next
because we
time-
try to put our brains together and just they don't work.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's been a rough fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Shoot us a message on Instagram.
yeah. And next time we go to Bella's, we'll meet you there and we'll buy you beef. How's that
Bingo.
sound? That sounds like a fucking deal.
Fuck yeah.
You know what is sick though? Like, so I hate this time of the year. I fucking hate it. That's why I
over
want to
with,
join full golf because I fucking hate it. I don't like the fucking snow. I don't like the weather. It's fucking
Dark.
shitty out. It's dark out.
Always dark.
It's fucking miserable, right? There's nothing more than like, I don't mind the pain of like trying to like, not have as much fun right now because like I know that once we hit the end of March, we hit Patty's, the fucking NCAA tournament, April comes,
Spring.
fucking spring's coming,
Golf tourney.
golf tourneys, like fucking shit starts fucking going really our way.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And I can
don't-
wear basketball jerseys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who the
Jack.
fuck.
That's really what it's all about.
Jack.
I don't know who the fuck is like this weather's. I like this weather because you're a sadist if you like this weather. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how. Like we're not trying to get our steps in and get our exercise in.
Can't.
Panuzzo's like out there in 60-degree weather.
Yeah, he's like, it's 75 right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'll crush steps at 75 degrees.
oh, dude, every day,
It's-
like walk
it's-
around the lake.
It's 27 right. I just went out to piss. It's 27 out.
Yeah,
I didn't even look at my phone. It's 27 degrees.
yeah,
You just know it.
It's
yeah.
cold
it's
as fuck.
fucking freezing. Yeah,
It's not fun to be outside right now.
no,
The
and
wind
dark.
blows.
It's 4:30. It's dark.
Yeah.
dude, and even in here, right? Which like if it's if it's like right around the high 30s to 40, it's totally comfortable in here, right? If it's now like 27, 26, like there's a nip in here, and like you turn that thing off, and in 2 minutes it's fucking freezing in here.
That thing's on.
Yeah,
This one's off.
that's off.
And my toes are cold.
I know.
right
We
now.
have to turn that back
And I'm
on.
never.
A second.
And I'm never cold.
That's good. Thanks.
Never. And I'm drunk.
I'm drunk.
Man, Fitzy, don't you fucking turn that off.
I was like, it's
So
fucking freezing.
I listened back to that and I was
So
like,
great.
Brendan yelled at me right there.
I was so cold, dude. I got cold easy.
I was like, fuck this kid.
Yeah, and by the way, the more the weight pulls off me, the
Homie.
more.
Wow.
Homie. 26 degrees on my
fair.
app right now.
It's
right?
not fair, by the
It's
way.
not fair.
It should say not fair.
It's unfair.
Yeah.
What does it say? What does it say? It feels like though with the wind. I bet you it's 10.
I don't know. Let me see. 26 and fair. It doesn't say feels like anything. It says, but tonight, at the depths of the night, it's going to be 18.
So did I tell you about?
That's like Minnesota shit.
Did I tell you about like my daughter's Riley's like secondary hearing? How she things like mufflers and like fire trucks fuck her up.
Really?
So she has like these headphones she doesn't use. You know what she loves? Because I still live in an apartment and my AC's in my wall. I got my AC on right now in my house.
Really?
She needs to hear that.
Just
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
fan
dead
thing.
noise.
Yeah.
I'm fucking in Snuggies. I'm in fleece blankets. Just like, Riley, can you please turn this off? She goes, no. She
Can you
goes,
get her a
"Look,
sound machine?
Yeah.
we have a sound machine. We have every fucking thing. We have the volume on 1,000. She has one fucking, the dump trucks, killer.
Oh.
Killer.
That's wild.
I got a
She
snoring dog.
freaks the fucking, yeah,
Fucking for free.
freaks the fuck out. So now, like, I'm trying to, like, unplug it, and she's like, oh, make it work. And last thing I want is her screaming. So I'm like, I'll just fucking suffer.
Yeah.
Sucks.
You know what I think is, we've talked about this before, but I know I've said it, but like, what isn't sick? I know some people fucking, they get their rocks off to it. They fucking love it. They all jack off together in their fucking Patagonias. Is skiing. I think skiing
yeah.
sucks. I know we've talked about it as a fraud. I think I've had it as a fraud. That poor kid, like a week ago, I don't know if you saw it was in the news. Kid from like, he's skiing over Mount Cranmore. He's 12 years old. Looks like Tommy, fucking blasted into a tree, fucking dead. Like,
Terrible.
I'm not up for fuck. Listen, I've already taken my chances with my lifestyle, right? I don't want to be adding fucking an icy downward slope to it. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, accelerating your chances of fucking dying and paying a king's ransom to fucking do it. Like, that's the fucking worst.
It is a lot of fucking money and a lot of travel. And like, if you love it, you love it. But it's just, it ain't my cup of tea.
Dude, you got to be, listen, either you got to do it right, which means can't have kids in sports because you got to have like a pass because then like it actually, financially you can kind of swing it, I guess. But like, let me get this. We used to do it. The best thing that ever happened, I've told the story, but the best thing that ever happened was we went up, we used to go to Maggie's uncle's. We got a place to stay. It would cost me $2,000 for the weekend, right?
Yeah.
With lessons, all this shit. This lady's going off the fucking jump, and the thing was stopped, and she just goes, I go, oh, this is gonna be bad. And she didn't mean to go off the jump, and she snapped her fucking leg. You could hear it like crack. And I'm like, and she's like, help, help. Maggie gets to the top. She's like, I'm done skiing. Never skied again. I'm
Never
like,
again.
fucking
Yeah,
yes.
sure.
That lady's broken leg saved my fucking marriage, man.
So what you just said is sports, you can't do both.
No, you can't.
So I'm so pumped that Connor likes hockey.
Yeah.
Because you can't be a hockey family and a ski family.
No.
I don't want to be skiing.
We I had something good to say too. Oh, something that so like if you had to do something in cold weather, because we don't really like it, right? So yesterday, as I'm waiting to like go to my sister's house, I'm like scrolling whatever. I watched this NFL tailgate show with Vince Wilfork. You see it?
Oh.
So they go, I think it was this past season. They go to different stadiums and they have, so like say today, they had a Bills couple and a Patriots couple, and they do a throwdown. It's a TV show. Let me tell you something. Tailgate's awesome when you even when it's cold because like you're in the element, right? You're boozing up, you're eating and whatever. It was not a realistic tailgate show. They're like, so what are you going to make for your tailgate show? And the Boston people are like, so we got lobster rolls. When have you ever had a fucking lobster roll at a tailgate? When? Never. They're like, we're going to have, they were like, the episode with New England, they had two women, and they were the ones that, they were both like professional football players for like a girls league, and they were going against the Chicago Bears. And they're like, we got our Chicago beef here, and like they had all the accoutrements in this fucking tailgate.
You sound exactly like Pesci in Casino.
Yeah, Midwestern fucking
Hey,
loser.
Ace.
Yeah. So now I gotta fucking hang on to this Jew broad. Yeah.
The kids watch that. I showed them Casino
Yeah.
because Tommy's been watching. He watches Goodfellas on a loop.
Yeah.
It's his favorite movie. I was like, "What do you think?" He's like, "It's awesome, but it's basically just like Goodfellas Jr." Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is great. I watched it again.
Goodfellas
That's
is
another thing I agree with Tommy on.
What, Goodfellas Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Casino's good,
Yeah,
but it's
This-
not Goodfellas.
yeah.
But you know what though? Some days Casino hits better.
I love Casino. I'm not
Goodfellas
saying,
is the better movie.
Yes, I'm not saying I don't love Casino.
Yeah.
I'll watch Casino if it comes on.
You know what the problem is?
I had cable.
Here's Tommy's point, which I think is true. And I hadn't thought about it really. I hadn't rewatched Casino in a long time. So the problem is that if you just been, especially if you've been watching them, you know, in you know, like one after the other, There's a lot more going on in Goodfellas, a lot more characters. But Tommy's like, the thing is that he's like, Ray Liotta is way better doing voiceover than Pesci is and De Niro.
De Niro.
It's like his voiceover is fucking awesome.
It's a good point.
And it's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a great movie. But like, the problem is with any of those guys, it goes to Tarantino or anybody, when they come out and like the first thing comes out, right? So like, not that was his first thing because he had done a lot of great movies. But like when you see that something like that for the first time, you're like, holy fucking shit! Like that tracking shot at the beginning to the restaurant in Goodfellas, which they rip off in Boogie Nights. But like now you've seen the trick a little bit. You know what I mean? So like the way the camera moves and everything is the same in both movies.
Yep.
That said, I'll sit down for a viewing a Casino any day of the fucking week.
Yeah.
Like any day of the week.
Multiple.
Yeah, it's fucking great. What would be like, but that does happen. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the first time you heard whoever, Eminem, any of these people, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, holy shit, I've never heard anything like this. And then you get to like the third album, you're like, I have seen this fucking party trick
And
before.
I feel like it's different depending on how old you are. Because you're as a young kid, you don't hear anything like that. And then all of a sudden you hear Eminem.
Yeah.
And you're like, holy shit. But then you hear Eminem again, like you said, but then you're older too. So it's like you already heard multiple different types of Eminem, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you've seen multiple different types of those Tarantino movies and those Scorsese movies and all that shit.
Yep.
So it's like you're also getting older and more, I don't know, disenfranchised. You're just fucking not. It takes more to impress you because you've seen more.
Sure.
Yeah, but
So
isn't
like
that
now there's no fun in the universe.
Yeah.
Like it's just
It's like when you
fucking-
start out and you're like, that's a Playboy, and you're like, I could beat off this. And then like, you know, you're like, is there a monkey in this fucking scene? Like, is there a guy in a fucking
or else I
outfit?
can't do it.
Yes, there's a guy dressed as a baseball player, a pizza delivery guy. Like, it just escalates, you know? Everything escalates.
is but wouldn't that be more of the director itself? Like, you know, right off the rip, a Scorsese movie. You know, right off the rip, a Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say that's more of their character than it is of like us getting sick of it?
No, I'm just saying that, like,
Like, has he watched The Irishman yet? Has Tommy watched The Irishman yet?
I don't know if he has. That's a great question.
So it's long. I don't think it can compete with Goodfellas or Casino, but I will say this. My second or third time watching The Irishman, I appreciated it more than the first time I did.
Yeah.
The problem is that, and it's the same way that people feel about Departed. Oh, I'm sorry, Black Mass. People went into Black Mass thinking that this movie was about Whitey Bulger and his fucking killings, and it was really about his relationship with John Conley and the FBI. If you read the fucking book, and I'm not trying to be that person, but from start to finish, that movie was spot on with the book. So I went in there knowing that, but they're like, oh, fuck, we didn't see Whitey and, you know, how he was a stone cold killer. I'm like, this wasn't the point of the movie.
Yep.
Same thing with The Irishman. You hear about Frank Sheeran and how he supposedly killed Jimmy Hoffa, and you just see De Niro and Pesci in the movie directed by Scorsese, and you just automatically think fucking it's gonna be gangsters, and you're gonna meet these characters named fucking Jimmy Two Times, get the papers and shit. I thought it was a second or third time watching The Irishman, I thought it was all right. First time I was like, this movie kind of sucked. And it's long, and like once you get to the point of like the climax of that movie, you probably could have just ended the movie right there.
Yep.
And there's an extra hour of nonsense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There's nothing worse than not there's nothing worse, but like there's so many movies like that like I think we talked about this. 90-minute movies a lost art. You know what I mean? Like that movie Rebel Ridge, which I don't know if you watched. It was on Netflix. It's fucking awesome.
Yep.
It's like it's whatever. It's just a great 90-minute action movie. It's fucking awesome, and it's like blink, it's over. You know what I mean? Like now it's like this is like you can't with the work schedules and shit. You can't. You're like it's 8:00. Kids are in bed or 8:30. You're like, all right, kind of watch the movie. Like this is gonna be 3 nights now. You know what I mean? That I have to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot. That's why you get more into shows now where you're like, all right, I can do an hour Landman, go to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. Kill my dog. Like that. You could do that. You know what I mean? Like that's why like the shorter shows like they just I don't know. For me now, like,
it's wild though because you'll binge them
Same.
too.
And that's another thing because like I'll look at The
3-hour
Irishman.
movie.
I'll look at The Irishman. And
You're
I'll be
like,
like,
nope.
I'm never gonna fucking financially recover from this. But then I'm on season 10 of fucking Deadliest Catch.
And next thing you know, you're like, "Hon, we need some mackerel."
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm watching
Go
Tin
get
Fish
that fucking
videos.
mackerel so I can have some good luck.
That's why, like, that's what I do. Like, that's one of the great things about that week between vacation is that, like, I watched, went to the movies twice, watched a few movies with the kids, and I'm like always down to watch a movie. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, especially with the kids at home and stuff, and like they're like, they want to watch a movie. I'm like, let's fucking go. Like, what do you want to watch? Like, I remember the first time I showed them Goodfellas. I've definitely talked about this. It was like a Saturday morning. I was hungover as shit, and I was like, I'm putting fucking Goodfellas on. They were like, what the fuck is this? You know? And all of a sudden, like, it just starts, and they're just like, boom, like they're just like, holy shit, like.
How old were they?
They were 4. No, no, it was like 3 or 4 years ago. So Tommy's probably like 12. Tess was probably like 14, whatever, 15.
That's what's tough for me right now is because like anything that we put on is like geared towards them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I
phase
can't
of your
show
life
them-
that like
I can't, and I like those movies. I watched a little bit of Wicked recently. Who was saying it? Justin was like,
that's great.
"Oh, it's fucking no." He was like, "It's a chore."
Oh, yeah,
that I
yeah.
have to get through.
Yeah.
Riley's into it. She's like, "Look, it's a backstory of whatever."
Yeah, whatever, the Wicked Witch of the West or whatever. Yeah.
It's a backstory, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, hell yeah." I'm like, "It's good," but I'm not. I'll watch it. The Disney movies are great, like Inside Out.
Yeah.
With Riley, the hockey player.
Yeah.
I've talked about this
Yes.
before because it's my daughter's Riley.
Hockey.
Connor's a hockey player. So it's like fucking, we go to the movies to watch that. We tried to go to Moana. I think Moana's great. We still haven't seen Moana 2 because it was sold out.
You
when we
don't,
tried
you don't
to
have
go.
to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's all right. Once it's on Disney Plus, I'll watch it.
Yeah. You don't need to go there and
We
watch it.
when I played at Twisted Fate like a month ago, it was a Beast Party, and I played Rattlenbog, and the kid Sean Freeman, who's a craft beer guy, he's probably on the Beast page, great guy. He's like going nuts in the crowd, and I'm like, oh, must be an Irish music. Belton's like, oh, Rattlenbog. He's like, yeah, it's funny. You've seen the video of they do it like in some kid's show that's out now, and he's showing it to me, and I'm like, dude, I already had to do this in my life. Like, watch these videos. Like I have PTSD from these videos. Like I blocked it out of my memory. Like that time in your life where you're like, I'm hungover, I'll put this on a loop, and like I'll just sit here and like hope this hangover goes away. You know what I mean? Like I've already done this part of my life.
You whipped his phone off the fucking
Yeah,
thing
it's
like
like
that brownie
fuck,
mix.
yeah. I'm like, he's just like the brownie.
What is this,
mix.
a protein brownie? Fuck you, Sean Freeman.
Anyway, so big year on deck. Obviously, we talked about. We're gonna have the Halloween party. We're working on a potential comedy show for the end of March. I'm gonna iron out some details with Sean B this week. So we did that last year. We sold it out.
Yeah.
And I'm working. I gotta get on that. I've been, like I said, I've been in a haze of just my children being disappointed in me. Trying to get out of that. So trying to get back to planning some good shit. We're definitely doing the golf tournament again.
Facts.
We get in touch with them maybe this week and figure out when we can get for a date. That was a huge success last year. We raised a bunch of money for CF, cystic fibrosis. And yeah, so anything else you guys want to talk about? Or we
Do
good?
we have voicemails?
Yeah, we have a voicemail. I had this long skit until I just decided to do the rant. I had this long skit where I was going to call in and be like a long-time listener, and I fucking hate my dog. And then I was going to call Al and have him call in as my dog and be like, yeah, Brendan sucks. He's a fucking loser. All right, hold on. See if you guys can hear.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, you got it?
Yep.
Damn, dude, I thought that's the whole reason you moved your seat. You're like, I'm sick of this.
Hey there, Amy Gross.
Yo! The man out of Jump Town, and we're right in the back roads through New Hampshire right now, and you want to talk about sickness? Well, let's fucking get down with the sickness. What's up with COVID still being thrown around like it's a motherfucking thing? Never has, never will be. No, not here, not there, not anywhere. I'm going to tell you that right now. But the sniffles, the scratch, it is going around, but no one's taking the time to look around. We don't know what we do. I've been saying it from the beginning. Until next time, keep the quality high. Coming in, yeah!
Jumptown's got a new new spot that he's at, right?
Abruz.
Abruz.
Yep.
Abrams
Yeah.
Taps and Grill.
Not Hebrews, not to be confused.
Abruz.
And I know what that is. So he's like, when can I get back on the podcast? I'm like, when do you want to come back? Whenever you want to come back
He's
on.
got that invite.
He's got an open invite. I mean, he's giving us more content on a weekly basis. He's definitely the most frequent flyer.
Without even,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he could take a year off and still be number one, I think.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
Abreu's Tap and Grill, 1794 Bridge Street, Drake, Mass.
Awesome.
They got a full bar, outdoor parking.
Awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's new.
That's huge.
Yeah. They have outdoor parking.
Outdoor dining, probably not right now. It's 26 degrees. Dinner, full bar, parking lot. Let's go. Go to Abreu's. Every Thursday night, Jumptown's doing beefs. I'm probably going in the next couple weeks
Okay.
on a Thursday night to go and try out Jumptown's beef.
Down.
He's changing the game with beefs.
The guy, I'll tell you what, the man's a hustler.
He is.
The
Dude,
man is a fucking hustler.
You're never going to find a moment where he's at a lack for drive. I'm going to tell you that right now. And for contributing to the show. He picks up some hate we don't give it. We love fucking Jumptown.
Big Jumptown guy.
Day one. First guest?
First,
right?
first guest came with gifts.
Before
Came with
me.
gifts. Yeah. Like, I mean,
He was
fucking,
here before me.
Yeah, he's an
First
OG
guest.
supporter. We've talked about it many times. It's just like nothing puts a smile on my face like a little fucking Jumptown on my ears.
Yep.
Also, the best of last thing real quick. So I caught the first half, and then I was drunk for like a week. So cutting the best of
It's tough.
this year. I say shit like this all the time. I'm gonna be better about the time marks and all. It is easier now that I cut a lot of reels because I can go back and look. So the first one came out. I think it was an hour. That was the first half of the season. I'm definitely gonna cut it. I think what I'm gonna do it'll just be an extra episode that week. I think what I'm gonna do it is I got to go to this. Like I said, I got totally hoodwinked. By the way, Maggie went to the first tournament with her, which was in like Framingham, and then in Fitchburg. Sorry, and then now this one's in Hartford, and I'm like, all right. So one of the other ones, I'm going to this one. She's like, the other ones are in Boston. I'm like, oh, okay, sweet. So I'm carpooling down in Hartford. I'm like, fucking, I have to have like 3 other girls in the car, like probably talking about Moana and whatever. Who knows? Wicked.
That'll be sick.
That's gonna be awesome. First night, Addie stays with me. The second night, she stays with one of her the girls on our team. So that night, my plan is to go through, cut everything, put it in, and hopefully we'll have that ready by the week after this one. But that was that's a like I don't mind editing and stuff. That's a pain in the ass. I'll just say that. Also on Bad Brain, Al was like, I was gonna cut the best of, but when your show sucks, you don't want to give people the best of something that sucks. Self-deprecating. By the way, check them out. Bad Brain. We got all the guys coming back. By the way, we got to get Boats back in here. Josh is probably overdue to get back in.
Clocky.
Yep.
Clocky.
Yep.
By the way, I'm in a golf league at Flow Golf, and it's Knockle, John Knockle. So we get once we get to the Masters, we'll have Knockle back on Talk Golf. He's in the Patreon. He's a Panuzzo guy. And you know who's in the league is like only 2 numbers I know on this group text. It's Marias and Stevie Suda.
Yeah.
So I'll be getting plenty of shit talk from those guys on a regular basis. So
Beautiful.
I was actually hoping you get paired up with somebody else, like as a teammate initially. I'm sure the guy who I'm getting teamed up with was probably an awesome guy, but I was like definitely hoping it was either John or Stevie. Mostly Stevie because he just talks so much fucking shit.
He FaceTimed me Friday night, begging me to go to Encore with him. And I was like, I FaceTime. He doesn't FaceTime me.
Yeah.
First thing he says, what up, you fucking ugly loser? Like, dude, what did I do to you?
That's fucking rude.
Yeah, he's just a fucking piece of shit.
He
Dog shit.
literally is about to be my neighbor.
Yeah.
Like, he's building a sick house around
He
the
is.
corner, dude.
He
The place
is.
is fucking beautiful.
Yep.
So I'll be getting plenty of him. Does he have kids?
He's got 1 son right now. Yeah.
Okay. How old? Like young?
Yeah, young.
Yeah.
But he'll be around here with his fucking tight joggers,
Yeah.
pushing the carriage very soon.
Yeah. Well, look out Melrose. We're getting
Yeah.
a real one. A real one's coming in hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're gonna hate him so much, dude.
I'm gonna love it.
Awesome.
I'm gonna love it. Somebody to replace me as a town dickhead. You know what I mean? All right. So listen, like we said, you know, if you want to join the Patreon, by the way, that's $5 a month. You can get in there. We do an episode every week.
Well worth it.
10 or 20. We got to figure out too. One thing I've been bad about is there's some perks for being a higher member of the groups. We are going to do t-shirts. So whatever we do for the sweatshirt, we'll do t-shirts too again.
Yep.
Because we haven't done t-shirts in like a year and a half or something like
Correct.
that. And by the way, it's still in great shape. Shout out Joe. So we're going to do that. I also have I need to order new stickers, and we got a handful of the new PTC, Fitzy, and Gilly stickers.
Yeah.
So if you want one of those, hit me up. I know, by the way, I'm fucking overdue on getting the koozies out. There's a few guys that are in there. I am gonna get these out. So I'm not full of shit. I am just I do have a bunch of other stuff going on
It's
at all
holidays.
times. Dude, I'll tell you right now, you don't want to go into the fucking post office that month.
No.
Like with you want to talk about getting side-eyed. You know what I mean? Like shooting in there with like you got 75 individually packaged koozies and stickers to go out to people.
I will tell you this. I had a what is it when you have to sign for it? That's registered mail, right?
Yeah.
So I got a registered mail thing that I had to sign for, but I wasn't home. So I went there to pick it up, and it was from I was in there for way much longer than I wanted to be, like 45 minutes. And I opened it up, and it was like fine mass money. I got like $100 coming my way.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
For what?
Let's go.
I have no fucking
an old
idea.
citizens
yeah,
account or
dude, it
something
was
like
just
that?
fucking. But like, all right, thanks. You know, but
Yeah.
you know what? I would give that $100 back if I didn't have to sit in that fucking line for 45 minutes.
45 minutes for
Brutal.
$100.
Dude, it's not fun.
Borderline worth it.
I know.
Yeah. You know what that is?
Yeah.
That's 1 month of success lift
No
right
shit.
there to get
Yeah,
fucking
there you
ripped.
go.
All right. We love you. We'll see you on Patreon. Peace.